आज ही डाउटनेट ऐप डाउनलोड करें। डाउटनेट पर होगा अब आपके सभी मैथ्स, केमिस्ट्री, फिजिक्स और बायोलॉजी डाउट्स का सफाया। बस अपने क्वेश्चन की फोटो खींचो, उसे क्रॉप करो और तुरंत वीडियो सोल्यूशन पाओ। डाउनलोड नाउ।
Hello everyone, show that the area of the triangle formed by the lines y is equals to m1x plus c1, y is equals to m2x plus c2 and x is equals to 0 is c1 minus c2 whole square divided by 2 times of magnitude value of m1 minus m2. So first of all draw all these three lines. So this is my first line, which is y equal to m1x plus c1. This is second line, y is equals to m2x plus c2, and this is my third line, which is x is equals to 0 line. Okay, so I will label it them also. So this is my y is equals to m1x plus c1 line. This one is y is equals to m2x plus c2 line, and this one is x is equals to 0 line. Now points of intersection, just name them A, B and C. So we have to find the area of this triangle ABC. Okay. Now I will give coordinates of point A as x1, y1. Similarly, coordinates of point B are x2, y2 and point C as x3, y3. Now for finding the coordinates of point A. Okay, so coordinates of point A, that is I have to find x1 and y1 value. So what I will do, I will simultaneously solve the equations of line y equal to m1x plus c1 and y equal to m2x plus c2, because A is the intersection of these two lines. So y is equals to m1x plus c1 and y is equals to m2x plus c2. Now since this point A lies on both of these lines, okay, that is equation 1 line and this 2 line, so it will satisfy the equation of both these two lines. So put the value of x and y as x1 and y1. So y1 is equals to m1 times of x1 plus c1, and here y1 is equals to m2 times of x1 plus c2. Now this is 3 and 4. Now subtract 4 from 3. Okay, subtract 4 from 3. So you will get 0 is equals to x1 times of m1 minus m2 plus c1 minus c2. Okay, so x1 will be equal to c2 minus c1 divided by m1 minus m2. Now put this value of x1 in either of these 3 or 4 equation. So I am putting this value in equation 3. So y1 will be equal to m1 times of c2 minus c1 divided by m1 minus m2 plus c1. So y1 will be equal to m1 times of c2 minus m1 times of c1 plus m1 times of c1 minus m2 times of c1 divided by m1 minus m2. Now this m1 c1 and this m1 c1 will get cancel out. So y1 will be equal to what? It is m1 c2 minus m2 c1 divided by m1 minus m2. So the coordinates of point A are c2 minus c1 divided by m1 minus m2, c2 minus c1 divided by m1 minus m2, comma m1 c2 minus m2 c1 divided by m1 minus m2. Similarly, coordinates of point B. Okay, coordinates of point B. Here my point B is, so I have to solve this equation of lines which are blue line and green line. So coordinates of point B. Coordinates of point B. So the equation of blue line is what? Y equal to m1x plus c1. Okay, y equal to m1x plus c1, and equation of green line is x is equals to 0. Now this point B lies on both of the lines, that is blue and green. So it will satisfy the equation of both these lines. So put here in this equation x is equals to x2. So x2 will be equal to 0. Now put x2 is equals to 0 in this equation. Okay, so y is equals to m1 times of x2 plus c1, and put x2 is equals to 0. So you will get y is equals to c1. So the coordinates of point B will be what? It will be 0, c1. Now similarly, coordinates of point C. Okay, coordinates of point C. So it will be what? It will be, see here, it will be that black line and green line. Okay, so y equals to m2x plus c2 and x is equals to 0 line. So y is equals to m2x plus c2 and x is equals to 0 line. Now since point C lies on both of these two lines, okay, so the coordinates of point C will satisfy the equation of both these two lines. So put x3 is equals to 0. Now y will be equal to m2 multiplied by 0 plus c2. So coordinate of point C will be 0, c2. So this is x3, y3 here. Now here it is x2, y2, x2, y2, and this one is my x1, y1. Okay, this one x1, y1. Now what is the area of triangle when the coordinates of points are known? So area of triangle will be equal to half of modulus value of x1 multiplied by y2 minus y3 plus x2 multiplied by y2 minus y3, sorry, y3 minus y1 here, y3 minus y1 will come here, x2 multiplied by y3 minus y1 and plus x3 y1 minus y2. Okay, now put these respective values just. So area of triangle ABC, area of triangle ABC will be equal to half of magnitude value of, what is the value of x1? x1 is c2 minus c1 divided by m1 minus m2. So here put c2 minus c1 divided by m1 minus m2 multiply by, put the value of y2. So value of y2 is, I think, c1. Okay, so c1 minus value of y3 is c2 plus, what is the value of x2? x2 will be 0. So when you will multiply 0 by y3 minus y1, it will be 0. So if you want to put y3, that is c2 minus y1 is what? y1 is this m1 c2 minus m2 c1, m1 c2, okay, c2 minus m1 c2 minus m2 c1, okay, m2 c1 divided by m1 minus m2, but this whole value will be 0 because in the multiplication it is 0, plus x3. What are the coordinates of x3? It is also 0. Okay, x3 is also 0. So put here 0. Multiply by y1 minus y2. What is y1 and y2? So see here, y1 is again m1 c2 and y2 is c1. So right here m1 c2 minus m2 c1 divided by m1 minus m2 minus c1. Now these two terms will be 0. This will be 0 and this will be 0. So what we are getting? We are getting area of triangle ABC will be equal to half of C2 minus C1 whole square divided by M1 minus M2. This we have to prove, and hence proved. Thank you.
क्लास 6 से 12 से लेके नीट, IIT, जेईई मेंस और एडवांस के लेवल तक 10 मिलियन से ज़्यादा स्टूडेंट्स का भरोसा। आज ही डाउनलोड करें डाउटनेट ऐप या व्हाट्सएप कीजिए अपने डाउट्स 8400 400 400 पर।